Hey, it's Adam, Avalon Auto Off-Road Builds on Instagram. Avalon Auto in Alpharetta, Georgia. Going to do a quick kind of overview of transforming a stock LX570 into a beefy LX570. So this is my personal 2010 LX, white and tan, 167,000 miles. This is one I'm just getting ready for sale. Another 2010, 143,000 miles with the silver and the gray. All options are equivalent. All suspension is the same, except for FPC upper control arms on this one. But basically, going with a 35, 12, 50, 17, you don't have to do as much trimming if you don't do such an aggressive offset. But I love a poke. So these are zero offset method 315s in gold on maxxis razr AT 35, 12, 50, 17s. Been running them about 10,000 miles. Real happy with the tires. Have to rotate them pretty good to try to keep them from cupping. SPC upper control arms for the 570 that has the little bracket for the height sensor. For this negative offset, I had to do a body mount chop from Torque's Fabrication in Holly Springs, Georgia. He does one of the cleanest and tightest. And the pinch weld flatten as well. He had to bring out his biggest hammer for this one. TKO Fabrication made sliders for me with AHC skids. Try to back this out. But these have run on GXs, same style. I had him do a little bit different angles than what he normally does. Great fabricator, easy to work with, can do some different custom stuff for you. But these are bolt-on with protection. I've got pretty much a full belly of Bud-built aluminum skids. I am getting I forget what the brand is, Fujimoto, some Japanese brand of, for every oil change, the one downfall, the 570 oil plug is pointed in a direction that does not drain right into that space that Bud-built gives you. So I got a little valve, like an oil drain valve to put in on my next one, because every time I got to clean out my skids from the oil that just pours everywhere. But stock running board removal, fairly straightforward. They're pretty easy. You just disassemble these things, unbolt them from the car, make one cut here, one cut in the back. So one cut here, one cut in the back. This top piece just pops off, and there's bolts and whatnot to take out. We've got CBI 200 series ditch light brackets with Baja Squadron Sports. Diode Dynamics, I think the S3 Pros fog light kit, super easy install on that. The stock one is running a 275 60/20, which is a step up. Proper tire size for me. I like to fill that wheel well a little bit. But just straight up AHC sensor lift on this right now. I am ordering, I already got on order the OEM Land Cruiser strut top spacers for the front and the Super Pro 15 millimeters. I'm waiting on Cruiser Outfitters to get those back in stock. My ride is good, but I think it could be better. After driving this stock one on these Michelins, I was like, okay, I'm a little bumpy. These are 10-ply E-rated tires. I do tow a lot with this. Same 22-foot Aluma car hauler we pull with the 7.3 Excursion. This thing pulls like a champ too. Got the ARB drawers with the slide outs on both sides. I pulled these off a 2013 Land Cruiser I had in a while ago. Something I didn't think I would have ever spent the money on myself, but would be cool. But after running these drawers for the last 6 months, I really like having them. They're a great addition if you don't need the third row. The Gobi ladder, I also pulled off that same 2013 Land Cruiser. Something that once I got into installing it, I wish I hadn't started, but now that I've had it for a while, I like having it. It looks cool. It does help get up on the roof occasionally, mainly when I have the tent on top. But had to do some cutting here and here. So you disassemble this whole piece, take this thing off. I mean, it was a little sketchy cutting it, but I'm not opposed to cutting stuff. The one bad thing is this, apparently, this piece is some kind of sensor that tells the gate when to close. So it'll open, but it won't close by itself. You have to manually close it. I don't know why, but that's happened and I haven't figured out how to avoid it. Prinsu rack, Actually got this through that Destination Outdoor 2021 in Blue Ridge, Georgia. Just got back from that event this past weekend, and also in Blue Ridge. But CBI Offroad, thanks for sponsoring that. $500 voucher got me this Prinsu rack. I had to add a little bit. And I've got ARB Tread Pro recovery boards. Never had to break them out. But I'd rather have them and not need them than need them and not have them. Awning, it's just a standard 10-foot awning. It's nice to have. I put it on for the event thinking we were going to do something with it. Never even broke it out, but looks cool. But take it off, run it through the car wash, and I generally keep the rack bare. I don't keep the boards on top just because I don't want them to get all sun faded and whatnot, or stolen. But factory LXs are a beautiful machine as it is. I've had this front seats recovered on the bottoms on both of this one. All of them seem to have this wood grain issue where it peels in some form or fashion. A lot of them do it in the center, on the side. Mine's doing it on the passenger side. This side is starting to, and this side is peeling up a good bit. One of my favorite mods is this 3D printed drop-in. Has a slot for the cell phone, pens, you know, Yetis. Also this drop-in here off eBay gives yourself some kind of working center console. I've got the Red Arc Tow Pro Elite, I think, just because I liked the red, honestly. And I wanted to have every feature that was available for towing. And that's been a solid addition, and I just wired that and tucked it up behind there, tap screwed into it. But these are great rigs. It's nice, my first time in a while having a stock one in stock. Well, I can do kind of a comparison video. But you know, it's not, because you don't have to do much on the suspension on this other than just slide the sensors up. It's a pretty easy one to modify and then maintain. I mean, I've just been really pleased with this. I'm going to keep it for a long time. I had a GX470 before it. Still have a GX470 that my wife dailies that's built out. But they're fantastic rigs. Avalon Auto, Alpharetta, Georgia. Let me know if y'all ever need any help. I'm here for you.